One morning I got up and my van stopped on German Church Road.
That was the day 81-year-old Ira Preslaff decided to quit driving.
It was an icy, cold day, and that was the end of my transportation.
It happened a few years ago as he headed to his job as a substitute teacher.
I got out of my car, and with my cane, I walked to the back of it and pushed it off and rolled down the hill. And then I hitchhiked back home, and I figured if I want to have the things in life that I need right now, I don't need a car.
Preslaff has depended on his own car for transportation since he was 17. Now he relies on other drivers or his motorized wheelchair to get to places from his independent living apartment in Indianapolis. In good weather, he often heads to the Monon Trail. The paved path connects him to the nearby Nora shopping area.
For some, it's just the cost of owning and operating and maintaining a car. For others, it's the physical ability to drive becomes a challenge for people. And in our community, we are so dependent on individual transportation. We don't have a lot of mass transit options.
Orion Bell runs Sequoia Aging and In-Home Solutions. The nonprofit agency helps older adults find public transportation and other services to maintain their independence. Bell says more than 25% of Central Indiana seniors don't drive.
There are large sections of the county that are not especially walkable. And so the lack of an automobile becomes not just a question of having a car, it's also, can I get to the doctor, can I get to church, can I get to the grocery store, can I maintain those other kind of connections that I have in the community that I sort of take for granted if I can just grab the car keys and go.
Sequoia provides trips with its own fleet.
This is Cindy. How may I direct your call?
Or by subcontracting with other companies. Preslaff qualifies for the agency's paratransit service for those who have trouble using regular public transportation or need wheelchair assistance. Indianapolis yellow cab driver Brian Martin takes Preslaff to places like the grocery store and the VA Center for cancer checkups.
These short trips and looking out and seeing everything is like an adventure to me. I laugh at myself because I remember how my mother used to sit and gaze out the window like she was on a grand tour. Well, I'm on a grand tour now.
Clients pay for rides with vouchers or taxi discount coupons. Martin makes nearly 30 round trips like these a week.
Sometimes they're in a nursing home, they want to go back home for a while and visit with family. I've taken people that are flying out, going to the airport. So instead of just driving around, I'm helping people out during the day.
Once a month, Preslaff schedules his major food shopping trip after he receives his Social Security check in the mail.
I'm like one of these rag dolls where you got to get those strings in the right place, then I can move. Ooh, they're smaller too. I am going to go find the peanuts. This is not the place for me to be.
Seeking transportation to the store and elsewhere in the community allows seniors to stay involved and ultimately avoid isolation.
Yeah, there's my favorite guy.
How you doing?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Getting a ride requires seniors to ask for help, something most of them don't like to do after a lifetime of independence. Back at the apartment, Preslaff gets help with the groceries.
Is there a certain way you like these in the fridge, or?
Yeah, well, Brian, I don't know what I do.
Thanks, Ira.
Meanwhile, neighbor Pat Quinn offers rides to friends who no longer drive.
When I first started doing it, I just did it as a favor here or there. But then I actually let people know that I'd be happy to give them rides.
Today he takes Marge Ryan to her weekly appointment at the hair salon.
They rearranged all my plants. Really? It is meaningful. It gives you a sense of fulfillment. I can do something that they are not able to do any longer in their lives. And I'm never put out. I don't have a busy schedule. It makes me feel good.
Access to transportation is crucial for seniors to stay connected. That's why it's best for them to ask lots of questions before they downsize or move to a senior community.
If you're anticipating not being able to drive, it's really different if you're looking at a facility that maybe says we offer transportation. There I'd say be really clear about how long and how often you anticipate that occurring.
Sharon Baguette with the University of Indianapolis Center for Aging and Community suggests seniors look for facilities with an established bus schedule and occasional planned outings. These Crestwood Village residents feel lucky about heading to a casino in Shelbyville.
The seniors get together, we socialize, we go up and have a lunch, and we just sit there and have a ball.
Baguette says 60% of seniors have never taken public transit. Some have not had a need, others are simply unfamiliar with the system.
If you all of a sudden tomorrow lost your car, would you know the bus schedule and the bus stop closest to you? I'm asking you.
Some communities offer a peer training program to help seniors with public transit.
How do you ride? How do you figure out the schedule? How do you know if it's safe? Where's the closest stop to your house?
Indianapolis is known for its low cost of living, but the sprawling suburbs, lack of sidewalks, and limited access to neighborhood stores create some barriers to connectivity. However, a number of improvements are underway.
There's a project called Plan 2020 that looks at the neighborhoods and neighborhood spaces and really looks at the livability of the community. And part of that livability is accessibility and walkability in those areas. Rezone Indy looked at rezoning and zoning requirements for construction in the community.
Such plans provide a roadmap for a more accessible and enjoyable community for all, no matter what age.